Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Thursday, the 17th of November, 2022, 6:15 p.m. Central Time. Hey, thanks for coming to the webinar. We had a full house. Boy, did we cover a lot of charts. I think it's a record. I think I covered over 20 some odd stock charts, and I don't know how many futures, answered a lot of questions. We packed it in 20 minutes. I'm exhausted. It was fun, and if you didn't attend, you want to attend. Remember, I don't post those on the website. You either come or you miss it. That's my design for it. And it keeps growing in size. All right. If we take a look at the market, here's the problem that I've been having. The strongest of the indices, even though you're up tonight in the NASDAQ, doesn't matter. It's been the Dow. And can it stay on its own up? Is the other indices sort of laggard? I was looking tonight that Goldman Sachs thinks that the dollar rally is not over, but it'll be a very choppy move to the upside. Okay, I'm not sure I agree or disagree yet. I want to get one more set of CPI, and I've said this over and over, and labor numbers in. That could also be PCE numbers, so that I have an idea, are we on a trajectory, or was that one break that we saw in the October readings a fluke? And the markets come back. I just don't know. I was looking today, for example, at the jobless claims, and on a weekly basis, they fell. But on the continuing, they went up. So still mixed pictures there. But we're talking about metals, and obviously, as I look at the copper market, you know, the one thing that comes to mind is COVID cases growing in China. And here's a market that was just pushing into the mid 370s, and it's giving everything up from there. In fact, it was near 380, and it's giving everything up. And that's the reason for that. On the energy markets, pretty interesting what's going on there in the sense that you're still at $90 in Brent. There was an article, a great one, that I quote today, and I put the link to it in my website, about what would happen, I think it was in Bloomberg, if President Biden and the Saudi prince got together and they said, yeah, we'll buy in America, we'll replenish our SPR, strategic reserves aggressively from $72 to $67, and you, Saudi Arabia, you keep oil from not getting over 100, and in between, everybody can deal with those numbers. It's a concept. When you look at the gold market on a weekly chart, you've stayed over the 18-week average of closes. You haven't gone anywhere this week. You're down 0.33% for the week. So you've just been pretty flat. The market sort of run into a buzzsaw right here, just over the 1750 level. Your pattern is still bullish. You have higher lows, higher highs. You are, and I said this could take another week, but you're starting to get to the point where the 18-day average is got its eyes on getting a bullish crossover over the 100-day. The market had been running the upper Bollinger Band, fell back, supports between now the 100-day average and the 18, but again, the trend is up, and very important, if we take a look at slow stochastics, you don't count Friday's action, which is what you're seeing on the board there. Here's the Thursday action. Both numbers were over 80. Both numbers over 80 on Wednesday, and both numbers over 80 on Tuesday, and back here. You have a fully embedded reading. What that tells me is until the red line closes under 79, pullbacks like these are where the pros are starting to nibble into the market, using that break, looking to see if the market can get back up then towards the 1815 area. The gold-silver ratio still favoring, if you will, the gold market temporarily. Silver had been leading the market all the way through, and about, first week in November, it started going the other way, and it's been in a corrective mode ever since then. You can see that right here as to what's happened. And as silver came up, it ran into one big buzzsaw. The combination often of a first move that you get back to a key moving average, in this case the gray one, the 200-day with the Bollinger Band, it's big time resistance. And if you look on this chart, you hadn't hit that 200-day. It's off the chart into the summertime. So you get thrown back from it. You got to regroup. That's what you always hear. With today's break, though, in silver, now you got a lower and low, higher high. You had lost the embedded reading. When this occurred, I was here telling you that when that occurred, just this way, here it is still embedded, here you lose it, that the odds favor. Now you're going to the 18-day average of closes. So that's what I'm telling you right now. I used past tense. It's right now. I'm used to doing this. I've already done some reports for tonight. In the copper market, boy, we smelled this one right in my advisory service, that you don't want to be fighting that. You lost the embedded reading back here. Again, you could be going to the 18-day average. So these pullbacks, they're not the end of uptrends. They're pullbacks in a market necessary. Got to get rid of overbought conditions. When you embed and you lose it, you become overbought. That can take a week or so to work off unless you re-embed right away, and they haven't. In the platinum market, you had been running the upper band and lost the embedded reading. You know what I'm going to tell you, the 18-day average. Take the embedded course. You'll understand what I'm getting at, and you start seeing this stuff, and you go, where have I been? And by the way, my outside day course that I'm doing right now, I want to have it ready for you in December. I've mentioned that, and I'm working on it really hard. My personal goal is I'd like to be almost done by Thanksgiving, right around the corner next week. So I'm really running at it fast. But as I look at it, again, some obvious things that you just don't pay attention to, and you need somebody to point that out. I hope it's me. But in any case, trend up, bias up, but you lost the embedded reading, forget it. This area is now big time resistance. You can go back to that 18-day average. And in the dollar index, you're still embedded. So the rally today, I think the pros sold the market. I think they're looking to see if they can get down to the Bollinger Band and very possibly the 200-day average. Get the red line to close over 21. Then I don't want to be short anymore. But right now, it still looks to me like it has a lot of power to the downside. And that brings me to the mornings. You know, I put out 2 subscriber videos each morning. The first one at about 5:30 in the morning covering 40 some odd futures charts with very specific buy here, sell there, here's where your stop is, here where you get out on a closing basis, here's an embedded reading, here's a normal trade. And then I flip-flop at 9 o'clock and begin doing that in the Spider ETF trades for you. So when you put it all together, the idea here is how do you get this all to start coming about and giving you the trade ideas that you might want? And they are specific. Not every trade works. If you're looking for that, I'm the wrong guy, but there is no right guy. The guy that wins every trade, come on. It's almost like on my website when those nutcases come on from Bitcoin. I made $62,000 this week. I go with Mrs. John whatever. I laugh at it. If they did, why are they telling you about it, okay? If it's that good. And Mrs. John doesn't need anybody. She's making it for hundreds of people. Just do it yourself and you'd be fine. Doesn't work that way. And that's the point. So if you're looking for, first off, honesty, trade setups, you're making the decisions, not me. We don't want to manage your money. We'd love to be your broker, love to have you with us on our research. Well, how do you do this? Go to our website, and under the research area, study it and take a look. You can just click up here if need be. It'll take you right there as well. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day. See you tomorrow.